Okay, so I am, first of all, Ahayah Records. And what is Ahayah Records? Okay, let me start there because some people are like, okay, you don't understand. I am a record label. Okay? That means just like Atlantic, just like Def Jam, just like Epic, just like all of those people or those other organizations, other companies, I'm the same thing. Okay? Only difference is you know who I am, or you are watching this and you can see me, or I go Instagram live and I talk to you for real. You know what I mean? There's nothing different from my company than theirs, except for they're on a different level as far as what they're gonna do and the investments that they make within their artists, which is fine. Okay, that's pat you on the back. You've been doing your thing. Okay, fine. Now, but I'm also an artist. So that means that when I put my stuff out, I'm putting it out too. The same way that you go on iTunes and see somebody else, or the same way that you're going to see a music video, or the same way you see marketing and promoting and blogs and social media, you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff is the same thing. Okay, but the point of me doing this video is, let me make sure I'm looking at this thing in the camera because anyway, the point of me doing this video is going to be because I want you guys to understand what a hold on, let me turn this music off. I always seem to be trying to get me for some bread. Anyway, let me explain to you, in the simplest way possible what a 360 deal is. Why am I choosing to go over this? Because of this Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma, rap battling that they're so called doing. Okay. And so what she said in the rhymes was that, you sign a 360 deal, and, she was talking about how she was independent. And I'm referring to Remy Ma speaking on Nicki Minaj signing a 360 deal. Now, what most people that are not within the music industry don't understand or don't know is that how record labels kind of work. Now, I'm only speaking for the others. I'm not speaking for myself, but I'll get to that. Okay. With the 360 deal, it's basically the record label pays for everything, and then you pretty much pay them their money back plus interest, and then whatever your profit margin is, then that's what you get. So that means that if they get $1 million deal, they got to pay that money back. Okay, so please don't think that, oh, my boy got $1 million deal. Oh yeah, 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 he on. Yeah, he's indebted for $1 million, and he just was purchased for $1 million. So you've been purchased for $1 million basically, and so that means you take that $1 million, you make your music, you shoot the videos, you get the merchandise, the tours, the everything that you need to do what you got to do as far as making the music is concerned, marketing, promoting, every last aspect of it. That's what that money is for. That includes your team. That includes if you're a female, makeup, hair, nails, and every little detail. You take that money and that's what you use it for. It's not for you to just go blow it and think you got $1 million. Like, it don't work like that. So that means that every person, that invested within you, you got to pay them back, and you got to give them interest on it. Like, why should they invest in you and you're not paying them interest on the investment that they made? So that means that, like, for example, when you go to a car dealership and you say, okay, I want this new Mercedes, and I want to get, you know, the newest model. I want the 2017. And they say, okay, yeah, we can get you in that. The interest rate on that is going to be 12% though. So that means that you're going to pay the total amount that the car is worth plus 12% interest before you own it. Because they were lending you the money in order to get the car, and you were paying them back. So if you're not going to pay them back with interest, if they're not going to make money off of it, then they're not going to invest in you. They're not going to give you the money because you're not going to make them any money. So having a 360 deal, it can work, but in the event that you're unsuccessful or you don't sell out shows, which is usually where artists make their money at, is during the shows. What happens? You're indebted that money, and you usually have to do what they tell you to do. You're gonna wear what they want you to wear. You're gonna smell like they want you to smell. You're gonna get up when they take. I mean, it's just like the military. You know what I mean? Like, not to. I mean, I was in the military, so I know. I know what it's like. Get up. You know what I mean? Like, it's. Hold on, let me adjust this look. I feel like it's looking out. Thank you. It was drooping or something. Anyway, sorry, I had to adjust my tripod. Okay, so it's like they run in there 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Get up, you know what I mean? And you got to be ready. It ain't no games, okay? If they say we got to go or we got to do this right now, you got to get up. We got this photo shoot, and I think about it like this. Guys talk about a lot, guys take all day to get ready so we can, they spend all day getting in hair salon. Think about hair, nails, and makeup, outfit, you know what I mean? Meeting with the photographer, making sure that they ate something. Think about, you know what I mean? Every little detail that's got to be on point. It's like, all that costs. Unless you're doing it yourself or unless you got the hummy hookup, which, ain't nobody doing that, okay? Like, people trying to live. So you might get a discount for continuous working. For example, if you have a photographer that you work with and you guys are always working together, he might not charge you as much as somebody that you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, that's how close it gets. But it becomes a relationship through networking, in a sense of, hey, you just became my friend. We see each other a lot. I talk to you on a regular basis. You do a great job for me, and whatever you're doing, they're supportive of that too. So it works itself out. But anyway, all that stuff costs money, and that's what record labels do. They pretty much take care of all that kind of stuff, the commercialization of everything, getting you on the bigger platforms, getting you in with, the major producers and things of that nature, that everyone doesn't have access to unless they had the budget. Because the producers, some of them have, deals that they do with publishing companies, where they make songs and then, you know what I mean? Like, it's a whole ordeal. I'm not going to go into that. Maybe I'll do another video on that or something. Anyway, so, some of those, but you can get exclusive rights to a beat. So if you find music that you like and you say, oh, I want that beat because I want to sell it and I want to keep it forever, like, you can get exclusive rights to a beat. You can get exclusive rights. So anyway, but it might run you depending on what status they believe that you're at. Now, some will say, well, if they're independent artists, I might only charge them, a percentage of what I would charge someone with a major deal. So if I have a deal with Epic and I say, okay, well, I got a deal with Epic and they gave me $1 million, he gonna say, well, you finna run me mines. I want, some stacks, you know what I mean? And not some, but, some of them charge about, I ain't even going there. I'm not crunching numbers right now. But some of them charge a lot. Like, some of them would say, oh, 10 or 20 or 15,000, because they know that you're going to make the money depending on what label you with. And so that ends up, you better be worth it, okay? That's all I'm going to say. It better be. No. But you got to have the right backing. Okay, so making sure if you are to take a 360 deal, make sure that you get commercialization. You make sure you say, how soon are you going to start that? What platforms is we going to go on? What is we doing? Like, because that's going to be the major part. If you don't get any commercialization and the new hottest thing comes along, what happens? You get put to the side, you know what I mean? Like, straight like that, and you still owe them that money back though. You know what I mean? So if you get a deal and you don't get commercialization in that 360 deal, you still owe them that money back, plus the interest that they gave you, unless you give it back. But since you spent the money on the process, what happens? You don't have it no more because you used it to try to make it. So you have to be careful with those 360 deals. I mean, if something were to happen where she didn't make the money that she made, she would owe it all back. So imagine not making $1 million, but owing somebody $1 million. Excuse me. Um, excuse me. Like, what you finna do? They finna own you. You gonna do whatever I say. And some people don't feel comfortable with just listening to what somebody gotta say. Like, if somebody come up to me and say, "You gonna wear this?" What? Let me see. I got to wait a minute. What if I don't want to wear that? What if I feel uncomfortable in that? What if that makes me feel like I'm doing too much? Or what if it's ugly? Or what, you know what I mean? Like, or what if I just feel like, oh, it goes against what I believe in. You know what I mean? Like, what if I don't want to wear it? Then what happens? You finna get straight yoked up. You gonna be in somebody's courtroom talking about, well, you owe me this money and you gonna work it off. And they gonna tell you, this what you gotta do. Sex sells, remember? No. Now, with that being said, this is why I started my own. Because I'm not in the business to do that. Like, I'm sorry, but you're not finna tell me I'm finna wear this and I don't want to. If I feel like something hanging out too much, I'm not doing that. I don't care what you're talking about. No, not for some money. Please. My soul on the line. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not gonna play with you like that. So, I started my own because, I wanted to offer independent artists a service. And that service is going to be the same things that they offer you at Epic or offer you at Atlantic or offer you at these other labels, except for I'm not indebting you $1 million because I'm not giving you no $1 million. If you want to make money off of your music, we are going to market you. We're going to promote you. We're going to get you shows. We're going to build your fan base. We're going to do all those things and let you make your money because you did it. I'm more so like McDonald's. Okay? And I ain't talking about their food because y'all already know. Yeah. But in a sense of the drive-through factor, when you go to McDonald's, you see their menu. You see what items that they have to offer. And you make your choices. You might say, I want this, no onions, extra pickles. And that's what they give you. You pay them the money at the first window. And you get your food at the second. It's that simple. So, with that being said, that is what I do for artists. Within the next video, because I'm enjoying myself, I'm going to start breaking down each product or each service that I offer so that you guys have more of an understanding to, what my record label is, what I do, and then also, the legitimacy factor. I think that I have to bring more awareness to help you guys understand what it is that I do and, how it is beneficial to you as an independent artist to be able to do as much as you can on your own without having, to sign your life away or feel like you have to not be at home with your family or feel like you can't make it or feel like you're not good enough or, you know what I mean? Like, those things are like nonsense. And I hate that kind of stuff. Like, I don't like the fact that, certain people in the industry will say, well, this person's not good enough. Or like, excuse me? Like, each song is a piece of someone's soul. You know what I mean? Like, it gets that deep. And for someone to say that they're not good enough, like, I'm not with that. If somebody can resonate with what song that they just made or what music that they just made, then that's the point. Like, if they're able to touch someone's life or, give their testimony or just get it off their chest. Because some people want to just get it off their chest. You know what I mean? They just been through something and they had the time to just sit down and write a poem or they had time to put a song together. You know what I mean? Like, let them speak. And there's so many platforms out here and it's like, there's no reason why that they should be stopped or you should be stopped from, you know what I mean, doing what you want to do for your dream. And let that dream become a reality and love it and enjoy it and make money from it, and not feel like, I got to quit my job. Like, what if you have a regular job and you like, okay, well, I still want to keep my job though because I've been here for 15 years already. You know, there's no limitation on music now. I don't care what nobody say. You can be 85 years old and write a poem and sing it or speak it, spoken word over a beat. You know what I mean? Like, it's that simple. And I just want to be able to offer, a service and let you have your freedom, but still help you accomplish your goals. Now, mind you, I'm saying all this because I've done it myself. I'm not telling you something that I have not physically done myself. I'm giving you information on a 360 deal. I'm giving you information on certain things. But as far as doing shows, touring across the country, making money off the music, being on iTunes and all that jazz, you know what I'm saying? Been there, done that. And there's more that I can do. So, there's a lot of things that I have access to. And like I said, in the other videos, I'm going to go over the products and over some of the services so you guys can get some ideas. And let me know when you want to schedule your consultation so that we can make a plan around what you want as an individual artist and go from there. You don't want to go into a situation without a plan. And making sure that you have the plan together as well as your budget together is going to be the most essential part, because it's a service. It's like a drive-through, and you're gonna pay at the first window now. Before, like, you're gonna pay at the first window, and then you get your burger or whatever you ordered. It don't work like that. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's the explanation, trying to put it in, simple format and give you a little bit of explanation of what a 360 deal is, as well as what Ahayah Records is. Ahayah Records is a record label and financial services company, as well as I'm a recording artist too. Sing, rap, write my own stuff, mix, master, record, blah, 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 blah. So, with that being said, I love you, and make sure you subscribe, make sure you like it, make sure you share it with on your Facebook, because I don't got one of those. Share it on your Facebook, because I don't have one of those. And make sure you link me, or when you share it, I think I automatically do it, but put on your Facebook, because I don't have one of those, so I could use all the support I can get. Anyway, I'm not making one either, because I don't want to. I feel like Instagram and YouTube and my website is enough, for real though. I'm sorry, Facebook, you gotta interact too much. You gotta be texting and stuff all the time. No, I just don't want to do that. So with that being said, share it on your Facebook. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I hope you guys got to understand. If you have questions, then make sure. Let me say that too. If you have some questions or you want to know more, leave a comment down below. I gotta say down below, because that's what they be saying on the videos. Like, you gotta leave a comment down. Like, they do all this here. Can you see my finger? Oh, down below. Like, make sure you do that, and ask me whatever you want to ask, and I will give you an answer, and then probably turn it into a video too, just to give informative video, so you guys can start getting used to seeing me, hearing me, and getting used to who I am as a person.